And in the pyramid that you have got, you have mentioned, we start from school, then we move to the college, then we move to the work, then we move to the maturity. Now let's start with the school. In the school time, education and learning will take a kind of a shape. This shape will go through data and information. Maybe some people, they don't know the difference between data and information. Data is information, but before processing, before manipulation. Data, we collect data from different places, from different areas, different specifications, areas of specification, I mean, and we'll just put them together. Before we process, we put them under process and tackle them and even work on them, they are called data. Now, this data, let's just think about this concept as we have the ingredients of the food. We have to cook them. So we cannot just, I can't give you like tomatoes and tell you that this is kind of a food. It's vegetable. It's still vegetable. When you cook it, it will turn to food. That is the point. So let's just imagine that the data is like the tomato before cooking. After cooking, it becomes information. Now, in the school time, we used to provide the students with the data and information. And we cannot ask the students at this stage to provide us with full knowledge because they are not mature yet. So you cannot ask a student to think like an adult. No way.
Cannot do it.
Because the amount, the quantity of data he has got, information and data he has got still are not up to the level of knowledge. That is a very good point to understand. So in the school time, we provide them with the data, information, data, information, data, information. That's why if you meet a teenager, let's say, you will ask him, how about school? I will tell you, waste of time. Because he still doesn't know the value of the information and data he is gaining.
So expose the students to the data.
Expose them to the data, to the information.
They don't want experience or creativity.
Yeah, that's why when you go to school, you learn history, geography, maths,
exposure,
languages, a lot of things.
Yes, that makes
why?
sense. Yeah. To make them
so
think.
he can later on decide his best area. So we cannot, some people, some new schools, people, they just think like this way. I want him to understand from the beginning, so I provide him with like knowledge only about linguistics. No, not enough. You have to give him everything. So you give him data. You get a point? So you give the student data. I mean, about information about each field.
Yes.
Data. Later on, now we'll just come to the second step, which is second phase, which is the college.
College, yes.
Now, when the student goes to the upper level, which is in the college, now here he will start to transform the knowledge, the data into knowledge. And even some students will transfer this data and information into creativity as well. That's why you'd find some people in the college, students, very creative at that time.
Yeah.
So they could collect the data together and they come up with something new. That is creativity. The second phase, which is knowledge and creativity, usually, let's just imagine that we have two types of students in the college. One is creative and one is knowledgeable. Sometimes you can find a person who is knowledgeable and creative at the same time. Sometimes, but let's just divide them like into two types.
Yes.
A knowledgeable student and a creative student. Usually, knowledgeable students will go to the area of science, and creative students will go to the area of arts. If you like to do it like this way. And if you chunk them into like two types, you'll find the creative art people and the knowledgeable scientist people.
And of course, they can be both.
Some people, they are both, but to be more specific, people like to go in this area or that area. So they start to transfer, to turn the knowledge, I mean the information,
Yes.
sorry, to transfer the data and information into knowledge and into creativity.
Yes.
So we can never know. Some people, they go knowledge, some people, they go creative.
Yes.
Now, after this stage, see, let's say now talking about what age? Let's
Work.
talk about 22 or 23, let's
Yes.
say. I mean, he finishes, the student finishes school at 18, let's say, and then he goes to the college like 4 to 5 years. So he will turns to be 22, 23,
Yes,
25,
around that, yes.
24, I don't know. So in this stage, he is going to transfer the data to knowledge and creativity. After this stage, he will start to be a fresh graduate. Now, knowledge will take another shape. See how knowledge is developing, how the gaining, even education is developing. So development of the education. So education is taking like shapes. School time, there is a certain shape. College time, a certain shape. Now, when you go to the work, it will take another shape.
Which is?
It comes as either wisdom or experience.
Wisdom or experience?
Wisdom or experience. Now, and the work now, 23, 24, let's say 24 age.
24, yes.
24. Now, starting from 24, let's go up to 50, 55, something like this. 50, 55. We're talking about the productive age. 50, 55 in age. So in this age, so it's a long one. Here comes the experience and comes the wisdom.
After finishing the 30 years, you mean?
After, let's say 30 years,
Yes,
which is
30 years.
the
So,
job
when you are 55, you have the wisdom and experience.
experience. Supposed to.
Yes.
It's supposed to. Now, we're talking about ages in numbers and ages in mental health.
So you cannot have wisdom in your 40s or maybe 30s.
You can have
Because wisdom-
even before that in some special cases. In some special
You
cases,
can be in your 20s and you're wise.
very rare. It can be very rare.
I
Very rare.
linked the wisdom with old age.
You are right. That is the worldwide. It's very well known.
After 50.
But an exception, that is you're talking
Maybe
about.
40 and 40
Yeah,
and
40 and
up.
above.
Yeah.
Because that's in the Quran. When he turns to be 40, then we gave him wisdom. That's in the Quran.
Yes.
So
This is
we
where
know
I think I got it because 40, that means you have experience. You lived
for sure.
to have the wisdom. I don't think that someone in his 30s.
And but you
can-
cannot tell me all people over 40 are wise. You cannot tell me that.
Yes.
You cannot say so. But the rule is after 40. That's the normal, the general rule. You have a lot of exceptions.
So at work you have wisdom and experience.
Yeah.
What comes after
Now,
work?
now, wisdom experience will take me to the highest level, which is the maturity.
Maturity. This comes after 50.
After like 55, we said.
Yes.
See, if we just think about a man or a person after this age, now we expect what? Impact
Yes.
and legacy.
legacy. Yes.
Now,
So this legacy 100% will come later in life.
for sure,
Yes.
but he has built it beforehand.
From data, information,
Yes.
and so on. Yes.
Now, it's built not on scratch. I mean, you cannot be, there is something there. There is data, there is knowledge, there is information, there is experience, there is wisdom. After that, you can have the impact and legacy. Now, impact is when you